In 26th sloka, Lord Krishna says, others offer hearing and other senses in the sacrificial fire of restraint. Still others offer sound and other objects of the senses as sacrifice in the fire of the senses. See, they do yajna, they sacrifice their senses, the activities related to sense organs. So through fire, they control their sense organs. They add ghee and other things into the fire. That is like they are controlling their sense organs through fire, so that they will not get attached to sense organs. They will not get distracted by them. That is the meaning. So all senses and related actions are thrown into the fire. They are given as sacrifice. So the control of 5 senses, seeing, hearing, touching, then taste. So all these are all given as sacrifice. So the fire of self-discipline burns the desires of the senses. So that is in the internal practice of spirituality, fire is symbolic. So Krishna distinguishes between the 2 approaches to spiritual elevation. So how to negate the senses. Then in the type of yajna, the actions of senses are suspended, except for what is needed for the survival is only allowed. All other things are suspended. So the mind is completely withdrawn from the senses and made introverted by force of willpower. So how do we get that willpower? Only through spiritual practices. So Bhagavan explains how to get that, how to get into spiritual practice. What is yajna? Fire. Fire is control of senses, and each sense is offered in that. When you follow that, you get that divine knowledge. So through divine knowledge, that is spiritual knowledge, you are practicing, you are putting it into practice, then you can suspend the negation of all the sense actions. So by controlling sense actions, you can keep your mind pure. So you can concentrate on God without any distraction. So that is what needed in this spiritual path. Those who aim for moksha, those who want to attain Brahman, they follow this. There was once a guru, he was offered by the disciples a good juice, a good quality of juice. The guru had a sip and he said, "No, you take it away from me." The Sishyas were surprised. Why? We have given very good quality of juice. Why the guru is saying that? When they asked the guru about it, the guru said, "Yes, it was very nice. That is why I asked you to take it away." How to control yourself, how to control a desire. When it is too good, we tend to get more and more and more. When it is too good, we should know to control ourselves. We should keep ourselves away from it. So that's why I asked you to take it away. This is how we have to practice. Then we will not get attached to anything, and we will not become slave to the sense objects, and we will not give so much of importance to our sense organs. So these are all to be practiced. When you practice only, we get all that. The same way, when you offer food to God, after offer it is called prasadam. So when you offer good, elders at home, they say, don't say it is good, don't smell it. In temples also we find them, when they take the food for offering, they completely cover their nose, ears and the mouth and everything. That is because they should not smell, so that they get the desire. What will be the desire? Desire of eating. That's because it has to be offered. After it is offered to God only, we should eat. It is to be given as prasadam. So what will this desire do? Desire will make us to have a bit of it for taste. Anything will happen. When desire enters, anything can happen. We may go against all these principles also. So that's why we should not allow the desire to enter. That's why they control their sense organs by covering them. So we should know, we should try to know the reason for all this. Why we have got such practices. Why when you take flower to temple, why the elders say don't smell it. Because we are going to offer it to God, don't smell it. That is because we may have a desire to have it for ourselves. Because we have given importance to our nose. So it smells good fragrance. How to control desires. So we all these practices are for controlling desire. So you should be a yogi, not to be a bhogi. That is what some yogis say. So there should be withdrawal of energy from sense organ, because this is all energy of material energy of God. We should be away from all this, the energy from senses, and we should use our discriminative power to keep ourselves away from that. That is, what to do and what not to do, which is good and which is bad, which is to be followed, which is not to be followed. So use that and keep ourselves away from what should not be done. Only then we can control our sense organs. This is how we have to practice. Why Ravana has got 10 heads, but what do the 10 heads represent? For the 5 sense organs and 5 organs of actions. So what you see, he wants. What to hear, he immediately wants. So the actions take place immediately for him. That is why the 10 heads. So that it is not true that he had 10 heads, but it represents how he reacted to his sense organs. It's a small story. Yudhishthir and his brothers, they after the Mahabharata war, they came back to their kingdom and they did a huge yagam, and they offered all dana to all the people, giving charity to many people. And the people were saying, oh, we have seen the best yaga and best dana here only. And there was a mongoose which entered there, and it heard the conversation. It said, no, this is not the best one. Then others asked, how can you say that? They have done it so well. They have given gold and silver to whoever came, and how can you say that? Then mongoose said, see, look at my body. On one side you find the gold dust, the other side it is plain. Do you know how I got the gold? There was a village here, and once I visited that village. That village, there were 4 people in that family. That family, they were not having enough food. After a long time, they got some grains, and they prepared food out of the grains, and they were about to eat their food. At that time, there was a man who was very hungry for a long time, entered, and he asked for food. The head of the family, he gave his food to him. And that man said, no, you have killed me. Then they were all surprised. Why this man is saying killed? Then he said, no, I was remaining hungry for a long time. The food what you gave was very less. I want to have some more. Then the wife of that person gave her share. Still he was not happy. He wanted some more food. Then the son of the family, he gave. Then still he was not happy. He was not satisfied. Then his wife also gave a share. And all the 4 gave without expecting anything from him, because he was already poor man. So they didn't expect anything. They wanted to just give, because this man, he was in hunger. So they gave, and they didn't even think what they would get to have. And they died of starvation. The mongoose entered there, and it just rolled on the floor, and his one part of the body was filled with gold. And it was trying after that. It went to many places, but nowhere he could get those golden dust getting stuck on his body. So here also I rolled myself, but I didn't get anything. That means he has not done the dana without attachment. There in that village they did it without attachment and without any expectation. But here they did with attachment to the karma, what they did, and they were so happy to hear you all speaking about themselves. That means they expected this name and fame. So I don't accept, this is the best. And you can see my body. See, I've not collected any gold dust from the floor. So this is not true. From this what we learn is, when you do karma, don't expect anything. That is what Krishna has been telling in this chapter. Not to expect anything, don't get attached to that karma, and don't think I am the doer. So this story gives us the value, message that do it without any expectation, without any publicity. That is very important in modern days, because even a small thing we give, what we do, even when we donate tube light to the temple, we write our name in bold letters on the tube light. We hardly get light from that. So don't do that. Don't expect any results from that. So there should not be fruits of action expected from you. So let's follow that and be karma yogi.